everybody. Welcome to week 6 of the Pop Culture Challenge. This is the final week before we are sorted into tiers. It is so nice to be joined by all of you. Thank you so much for taking part in this game of the week. We're going to launch straight in if everybody's okay and happy with that. The order tonight will go Pat, Natalie, Jessica, Larry. And Pat, that means you're up first. Here we go. Created by Hergé, which teenage journalist got his famous quiff after accelerating a car too quickly in his debut comic, This Character in the Land of the Soviets?
What's his name?
10 seconds.
Haven't got it. Pass.
All right, Natalie?
Tintin.
Tintin is correct. Yes. Tintin, there you go. Okay, Pat, back to you. Please give your answer as though it were solution in a game of Cluedo. That is, name a character in a room with a weapon, all found in the game. What murder was committed by a character whose name could be Wholegrain or Dijon in a room that shares its name with one half of the duo behind the hits You Make My Dreams and Maneater, with a weapon that is the kind of decor Lumiere is in Beauty and the Beast?
Colonel Mustard in the hall with a candlestick.
That is the correct answer. Yes, indeed. Colonel Mustard in the hall with the candlestick. And back to you, Pat. Some singers need no introduction, yet insist on giving themselves one anyway. Which Jamaican rapper appears to do so on songs like Temperature and Baby Boy? In 2023, however, he revealed he was actually name-checking a West Indian cricketer.
Oh, Lara.
Incorrect. Goes to Jessica.
Sean Paul.
Sean Paul is correct. He was name-checking Shivnarine Chanderpaul. Chandapal. All right. Over to you, Natalie, for your 3. Rising to fame on season 3 of Big Brother, which woman hosts the Great British Bake Off and, with Dermot O'Leary, the Friday episodes of This Morning? She has gone viral many times with her antics, including pushing a half-naked man into a river while speaking from a floating weather map.
Don't know. Pass.
Okay, that goes to Larry.
Pass.
Okay, Pat.
Pass.
Okay, Jessica.
Pass.
That is Allison Hammond. Allison Hammond. Okay, Natalie, back to you. You Make a Grown Man Cry is a repeated lyric in which track by the Rolling Stones that opens their 1981 album Tattoo You. It is their most recent UK top 10 single, peaking at number 7.
Ruby Tuesday.
That's incorrect. Larry?
Start Me Up.
Start Me Up is correct. Yes, Start Me Up. Okay, and Natalie, your third question. Steve McQueen created which 2020 TV film anthology series named after a proverb popularized by Bob Marley? Each of the 5 films focuses on West Indian immigrants in London between the 1960s and 1980s.
Don't Worry, Be Happy.
That's not it, I'm afraid. To Pat?
I'll have a guess. No woman, no cry.
That's incorrect. To Jessica?
Pass.
To Larry?
Pass.
This is small axe from the proverb, small axe fall big tree. Small axe. Okay, Jessica, you're 3 now. Question 1 for you. Marxist philosopher Slavoj Žižek was a genius booking for the Criterion Closet YouTube series. He began his episode by naming Trouble in Paradise as the best critique of capitalism, and hence the best film, by which classic Hollywood director of Ninotchka and To Be or Not to Be?
Billy Wilder.
Incorrect. That goes to Larry.
Lubitsch.
Lubitsch is correct. Yes, that is Ernst Lubitsch. There you go. Jessica, to you for question 2. In a New York Times feature, David Foster Wallace described watching which Swiss tennis player as a religious experience. Wallace wrote the piece after watching him beat Andre Agassi in the 2005 US Open final.
Federer.
Sorry?
Federer.
That is correct. Yes, Roger Federer. There you go. And your third question, Jessica. Sometimes video games break the fourth wall and play tricks on you. Which 2015 video game featured the underground monster Flowey, a flower who would overwrite saved data and stage fake game crashes?
Undertale.
Undertale is correct. Yes. There you go. Undertale. Wonderful. Larry, your 3 coming in now. Here's your first. Referring to a simple and versatile garment seen as the epitome of feminine chic, for what 3 words do the letters LBD stand?
Light
5
blue dress.
That is incorrect, I'm afraid. It goes to Pat.
Little black dress.
Little black dress is correct, indeed. And Larry, back to you for your second. Which citrus fruit juice is mixed with vodka in a screwdriver and with sparkling wine in a Buck's Fizz?
Orange juice.
Orange juice is correct. Yes, indeed. And final question of round 1 for you, Larry. The posters for the 2013 film Nymphomaniac depicted the faces of many of its stars in mid-coital bliss. Which actress is shown with her hair flattened behind her head, looking even more disheveled than after a sword fight in her role as the bride in Kill Bill?
Uma Thurman.
Uma Thurman is correct. Okay. Round 2. Going to you, Pat, for your first question. One of the biggest stories of the recent Winter Olympics was the fall and broken leg suffered by which downhill skier? Having returned from retirement in 2024, aged 40, she competed in the Games despite rupturing her ACL a week earlier.
Not going to get it. Pass.
Okay, that goes to Natalie.
Pass.
That goes to Jessica.
Von.
Vaughn is correct. That is Lindsay Vaughn. Okay, Pat, your second question. What legendary French fashion designer is credited with inventing the little black dress as a must-have fashion item? One of the first couturiers to extend her brand beyond clothing, she released her iconic No. 5 perfume in 1921.
Chanel.
Chanel is correct. Coco or Gabrielle Chanel. And your third, Pat. Supposedly named because its pink-orange glow evoked Renaissance paintings, a Bellini combines Prosecco with a puree of what stone fruit? This fruit's schnapps is also used in cocktails like Sex on the Beach.
Peach.
Peach is correct. Over to you, Natalie. On and off since 2007, which brand of tea has been advertised with a gray and brown puppet called Monkey? Designed by the Jim Henson Company, he was voiced by Ben Miller and often appeared opposite Johnny Vegas.
PG Tips.
PG Tips is correct. Yes, indeed. PG Tips. And your second question, Natalie. In his Criterion Closet appearance, Zizek offers the eccentric opinion that what Italian director's long, boring TV movies are superior to his more famous neo-realist works of the 1940s, such as Rome, Open City, and Germany Year Zero.
Zeffirelli.
That is incorrect. Jessica?
Fellini.
That is incorrect. Larry?
Can't pull it. Pass.
That's Pat.
Pass.
This is Roberto Rossellini. All right. And Natalie, your third question. Norman Mailer's The Fight described the iconic heavyweight boxing match, more widely known by what four-word name? Taking place in Kinshasa in 1974, it saw Muhammad Ali defeat George Foreman by knockout.
Rumble in the Jungle.
Rumble in the Jungle is correct. There you go. All right, over to you, Jessica, for yours. The animated children's television series Naughty is set in which fictional land?
Pass.
That goes to Natalie.
Toyland.
Toyland is correct. We also could have accepted Toy Town, which is a province of Toyland. All right, Jessica, your second. What Swedish patriarch of an acting dynasty looks almost angry on his poster for Nymphomaniac, in contrast to the joy he showed starring alongside Pierce Brosnan and Colin Firth as a possible father in Mamma Mia? His sons Bill and Alexander recently starred in Nosferatu and Pillion, respectively.
Skarsgård.
That is correct. It is, in fact, Stellan Skarsgård. Jessica, your third. The Small Axe episode Red, White, and Blue focused on Leroy Logan, a founding member of the Black Police Association. Logan was played by what actor who gained international fame with a lead role in the 2015 continuation of a sci-fi franchise?
Gatwa.
Can you say that again, please?
Gatwa.
That's incorrect, I'm afraid. Larry?
Pass.
Pat?
Pass.
Nat?
Pass.
That is John Boyega. John Boyega there.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Larry, your three coming in now. Known as Milou in the original French, what is the English name of Tintin's faithful fox terrier who has accompanied him on every adventure?
Is it Snowy?
It is Snowy, correct. Little Snowy. All right, your next question, Larry. What Cluedo murder was committed by a character named for a fruit with varieties like Victoria, in a room where Anthony Bourdain wrote a confidential memoir, with a weapon sharing its name with a Hitchcock film set in one room?
Right. It was committed by Professor Plum in the kitchen with a rope.
That is correct. Yes, indeed. Professor Plum in the kitchen with the rope. Good job. And your third, Larry. Which king of the self-name check consistently sings his own name in the intros of his songs, including the hits What You Say, Savage Love, Take You Dancing, and In My Head? In 2023, he wrote a self-help book titled Sing Your Name Out Loud.
West.
Incorrect. To Pat?
Pass.
To Nat?
Pass.
To Jessica?
Derulo.
It is indeed Jason Derulo. That's how you know. That's how he always says his name. That's his name, Jason Derulo. All right. We are going into round 3. Pat, it's time for your 3 questions. First up, from 2003 to 2015, which pasta sauce brand was promoted by an Italian family of puppets? At the end of the adverts, they would ask the audience, when is your this brand day?
Dolmio.
Dolmio is correct. There you go. All right, Pat, your second question. Nick Hornby's memoir, Fever Pitch, details his obsession with which football club? Each chapter describes a different match between 1968 and 1992, mostly played at their old home ground of Highbury.
Arsenal.
Arsenal is correct, indeed. And your third, Pat? In the Small Axe episode Mangrove, about the trial of the Mangrove Nine for allegedly inciting a riot in Notting Hill, which actress played Althea Jones-LeCointe? She has also appeared on TV in Top Boy, Cucumber, and Black Mirror, but is best known as Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And don't know. Williams.
Incorrect. Goes to Nat.
Pass.
Goes to Larry. No timeout. Goes to
Pass it,
Jessica.
pass. Sorry.
Pass.
Oh, sorry, Larry. I didn't hear you say that. My
No.
apologies.
Yeah.
That is Letitia Wright. Letitia Wright. Okay, Nat, time for your 3 questions. Here's your first. The animated children's television series Fireman Sam is set in which fictional Welsh village?
Pontypandy.
Pontypandy is correct. Yes, indeed. I didn't even have time to turn your timer on. Well done. All right, your second question, Nat. What Cluedo murder was committed by a character sharing their surname with the central family in Breaking Bad, in a room where you would play snooker or pool, with a weapon that follows Chelsea in the title of a song by the Fratellis?
White in the billiards room with the knife.
I'm afraid that's not correct. I'm going to pass it to Larry.
Pass.
Pat?
White in the billiard room with a dagger.
That is correct. It is dagger, I'm afraid, Nat. That's bad luck. Mrs. White in the billiard room with the dagger. And your third, Nat. Rum, cream of coconut, and which fruit juice make up a pina colada cocktail, whose name literally translates as strained this fruit?
Pineapple.
Pineapple is correct. Yes, indeed. All right. Jessica, your 3 now. What 2-word title precedes Just Like a Young Girl Should in a repeated lyric from a 1971 song by the Rolling Stones? The opening track on Sticky Fingers, its problematic lyrics have led to it being dropped from recent set lists. Ten seconds.
I'm going to have to pass.
All right. To Larry,
Pass.
to Nat,
Pass.
to Pat.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar is correct. Well done, yes. Brown sugar. Gross. All right, Jessica, your second question. What unusual metal items were incorporated into the Versace-designed little black dress worn by Elizabeth Hurley at the 1994 premiere of Four Weddings and a Funeral? More commonly used as temporary fastenings, they were adopted as badges of the punk movement. Ten seconds.
Safety pin?
Safety pin is correct. Yes, indeed. It is safety pin right at the last second. Well done.
Scrambling for the English name.
Okay, and Jessica, your third question. Debuting in The Crab with the Golden Claws, what is the name of Tintin's hard-drinking sailor friend, known for screaming such inventive invective as billions of bilious blue blistering barnacles?
Nemo.
Incorrect. Goes to Larry.
Pass.
Goes to Natalie.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Pass.
All right, that is Captain Haddock.
Mm.
Captain Haddock. And Larry, your three, starting here. During an interview on This Morning, Alison Hammond challenged Beyonce to a contest of what classic two-player game, which involves dropping yellow and red discs into a grid?
Connect 4.
Connect 4 is correct, and there are an awful lot of other things we could have accepted for this, but Connect 4 is what we had as the main answer. All right, Larry, your second question. Another disappointment at the 2026 Winter Olympics came for which American in the men's singles figure skating? Nicknamed the Quad God and heavily favored, he fell repeatedly in his free skate and finished 8th.
I watched this. I just can't think of the name.
5 seconds.
Let's check.
Incorrect. Goes to Natalie.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Pass.
Goes to Jessica.
Same problem. Pass.
This is Ilya Melanin. And just in case Ilya decides to watch this, can I just say it's not a disappointment to get to the Olympics? Holy smokes, what an achievement. Let's all just remember how incredibly talented they all are, as if we all forgot. All right, Larry, your third question. Which 2002 GameCube game gained a cult reputation for its fourth wall shattering sanity effects? A multi-character narrative set across 2,000 years, this horror game's sanity meter causes numerous trippy moments, including fake TV faults and messages telling players they've deleted their saved files.
Resident Evil.
That is incorrect. Goes to Nat.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Pass.
Goes to Jessica.
Call of Cthulhu?
That's not it, I'm afraid. This is Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. My favorite kind of requiem. All right, we are now at the beginning of round 4. Pat, we're back to you. Here is your first question of the round. Alison Hammond interviewed Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling on This Morning during the promo tour for the sequel to which 1982 sci-fi film? When Gosling asks if she's a fan of the original, she quickly replies, "Never seen it," sending the three into fits of laughter and setting the tone for the rest of the interview.
Hmm. think the year is wrong, but Star Wars.
It's not Star Wars. Goes to Nat.
Pass.
Goes to Larry.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is correct. It was on their interview for Blade Runner 2049. All right. Pat, your second question. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste is Mick Jagger's opening line on which song by the Rolling Stones? This first-person narrative opens their 1968 album, Beggar's Banquet.
Pleased to meet you.
That is incorrect, I'm afraid. Goes to Nat.
Jack Flash.
It is not. Goes to Larry.
Pass.
Goes to Jessica.
Sympathy for the Devil.
Sympathy for the Devil is correct. Yes, there you go. And Pat, your third question. While most Criterion Closet guests seem to like movies, Zizek declares, forget the movie, claiming he mainly loves Criterion DVDs for the behind-the-scenes features. What acclaimed Les Blanc documentary about the making of Werner Herzog's Fitzcarraldo does Zizek argue is much better than Herzog's film?
Pass.
That goes to Nat,
Pass.
to Larry,
Pass.
to Jessica.
Pass.
This is Burden of Dreams. Nat, time for your three. Here's your first. Which actor looks tenderly off to the right in his poster for Nymphomaniac, in contrast to his maniacal roles as the Green Goblin in Spider-Man and as Thomas Wake opposite Robert Pattinson in The Lighthouse? He also received an Oscar nomination for playing a motel owner in The Florida Project.
Pass.
That goes to Larry.
Defoe.
That is correct. This is Willem Dafoe. All right, Nat, your second question. Which record producer and rapper nearly always name checks himself at the start of his songs, such as Wild Thoughts, I'm the One, and All I Do Is Win? He is also known for his catchphrase, Another One.
West.
That is incorrect. That goes to Larry.
Pass.
That goes to Pat.
Pass.
That goes to Jessica.
DJ Khaled.
It is DJ Khaled. There you go. DJ Khaled. And Nat, your third question. Disguised as a lighthearted dating simulator, which 2017 video game gradually reveals itself as a fourth wall breaking horror game? Players are invited to romantically pursue fellow members of the titular high school poetry group who start getting mysteriously deleted from the saved history.
Lost Poet Society.
That is incorrect. Goes to Larry.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Pass.
Goes to Jessica.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Doki Doki Literature Club is correct. Yes, very well done. There you go. Doki Doki Literature Club. And Jessica, time for your three. Which Team GB curling duo were also left disappointed at the 2026 Olympics, losing in their semifinal and third place playoff despite dominating the round robin? This was history repeating itself as the pair lost the same matches at the 2022 Games.
Pass.
That goes to Nat.
Mm.
Was that a pass? Sorry. And that goes to Larry.
Pass.
That goes to Pat.
Pass.
This is Mott and Dodds. Mott and Dodds. All right, Jessica, your second question. Which brand of instant mashed potato was advertised in the 70s by the Martians, robot puppets made from disused car parts? They would mock humans for putting so much effort into making the dish the traditional way instead of using their product.
Pass.
Nat?
Pass.
Larry?
Pass.
Pat?
Smash.
Smash is correct. Smash. There you go. And Jessica, your third question. What fruit juice, also found in a sea breeze, can be combined with vodka, orange liqueur, and lime juice to make a cosmopolitan? The Cape Codder cocktail was invented by the Ocean Spray Corporation to sell this juice.
Cranberry.
Cranberry is correct. Yes, indeed. Cranberry juice. All right, Larry, your three. The animated children's television series Postman Pat is set in which fictional village?
Pass.
That goes to Natalie.
Pass.
That goes to Pat.
Oh, pass.
That goes to Jessica.
Pass.
That is Greendale. Greendale. And Larry, your second. What title did Don DeLillo give to his novel about a high school American football team in Texas? The title is shared with the area on a field where a touchdown is scored.
The end zone.
End zone is correct. Yes, indeed. All right. And your third, Larry. Michael Ward and Amara J. St. Aubin starred in an episode of Small Axe named for what musical genre? A romantic variant of reggae. Songs featured in the episode include Dennis Brown's Money in My Pocket and Janet Kay's Silly Games.
Pass.
Natalie?
Pass.
Pat?
Pass.
Jessica?
Pass.
This is Lovers Rock. Lovers Rock. All right, we are about to enter the fifth and final round. The scores are 6 to Natalie, 9 to Pat, 10 to Larry, and Jessica currently in first place with 11 points. But it's all to play for. Anything could happen. I don't know. I haven't done the maths, but I feel like that's probably right. It feels like it's all to play for. Anything could happen. So, all right, Pat, your final three questions are going to start here. The animated children's television series Thomas and Friends is set on which fictional island? Ten seconds.
No, pass.
That goes to Natalie,
Pass.
to Larry,
Pass.
to Jessica.
Pass.
This is Sodor. Sodor, where Thomas and his friends all live. Pat, your second question. Which actor looks downward with a cigarette in his mouth on his poster for Nymphomaniac in a stark contrast to his work as a child star in Even Stevens and Holes? He also starred as Sam Witwicky in the first 3 films of Michael Bay's Transformers series.
No, pass.
That goes to Natalie.
Pass.
That goes to Larry.
LaBeef.
That is
LaBeouf.
correct. It's Shia LaBeouf. Yes, indeed. There you go. And Pat, your third question. What 2016 video game presents players with a faulty arcade cabinet, which it turns out has been corrupted by Lucifer to steal souls? In a trippy fourth wall break, the game sends the player aggressive messages from usernames on their own friends list, reportedly leading to real-life disputes.
No idea. Pass.
Natalie?
Pass.
Larry?
Pass.
Jessica?
Pass.
This is Pony Island. Pony Island. All right, Natalie, time for your 3. One of the most famous little black dresses of all time was the revenge dress worn by what major British public figure at a 1994 Vanity Fair gala? The same evening saw the broadcast of an ITV interview in which her estranged husband admitted having cheated on her.
Diana.
That is correct. There you go. Natalie, your second question. Making his first appearance in Red Rackham's Treasure, what is the mathematical name of Tintin's kooky scientist friend who frequently uses an ear trumpet due to his deafness? Ten seconds.
Equation.
That's incorrect. Goes to Larry.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Pass.
Goes to Jessica.
Pass.
This is Professor Calculus. Professor Calculus. And third question for you, Natalie. Which Team GB freestyle skier came agonizingly close to a medal at the 2026 Olympics, finishing in fourth place in both the slopestyle and big air disciplines?
Smith.
That's incorrect, Larry.
Pass.
Pat
Pass.
and Jessica.
Pass.
This is Kirsty Muir. Muir. All right, Jessica, time for your three. Another memorable moment on This Morning saw Alison Hammond surprise viewer Jill Hatton in her home with a brand new TV. In addition, which former Ready Steady Cook presenter and TV chef then entered Jill's living room with a frying pan in hand, exclaiming, "Why, hello, Jill."
Ramsay.
That's incorrect. Goes to Natalie.
Pass.
Goes to Larry.
Pass.
Goes to Pat.
Ainsley Harriet.
Ainsley Harriet is correct. Ainsley Harriet. All right, and Jessica, your second question. What Cluedo murder was committed by a character sharing their name with the captain from Are You Being Served, in a room made of glass, sometimes called a sunroom, with a weapon sharing its name with a 1966 Beatles album?
Oh, I'm scared of this question. Green in the Winter Garden with a revolver.
That's incorrect. I'm afraid that's going to Nat.
Peacock in the conservatory with the revolver.
It is Peacock in the conservatory with the revolver. Yes. All right. And Jessica, your third question. Which artist name-checked both himself and featured singer Britney Spears on the 2013 song Scream and Shout? A member of a successful band, this rapper sings, "You are now rockin' with this artist and Britney, bitch."
Will.i.am.
That is correct. You are now rocking with Will.i.am and Britney, bitch. It's a soundtrack to my younger years. There we go. Lovely stuff. Will.i.am indeed. And Larry, time for your three. In reference to what director's Murmur of the Heart, another of his Criterion Closet picks, does Zizek say, "It's one of those nice, gentle French movies where you have incest"? This director's other French films included The Lovers, Elevator to the Gallows, and La Comme Lucien, although he has also had success in Hollywood.
Bresson.
That's incorrect, Natalie.
Pass.
And Pat.
Pass.
And Jessica.
Pass.
That is Louis Malle. There we go. All right, Larry, your second question. In 2015, which budget hotel chain was advertised on TV with real people sleeping in beds beside puppets that resemble them? This chain's red and blue logo shows a head resting on a pillow. Ten seconds.
Days in.
That's incorrect. Goes to Natalie.
Pass.
That goes to Pat.
Let's try Travelodge.
That's a great try because that's correct. It is indeed a Travelodge. And final question of the game goes to you, Larry. War Children, It's Just a Shot Away is a repeated lyric in which song by the Rolling Stones featuring guest vocals by Mary Clayton? The track opens their 1969 album, Let It Bleed. Ten seconds. Anything?
Ruby Tuesday.
That's incorrect. That goes to Natalie.
Pass.
That goes to Pat.
Painted Black.
That's incorrect. Goes to Jessica.
That's what I would have guessed. I can't get no satisfaction.
That's incorrect. It is, I can't show you what it is, but I can tell you and you can believe me. It's Gimme Shelter. Gimme Shelter is that one, which means that Jessica has won with 12 points and we have avoided the need for any tiebreakers. Thank you, Jessica. Good job, everybody. 11 points to Pat and Larry and 8 points to Natalie. Wonderful stuff. Would you guys like to do all your tiebreaker questions and spares?
Sure.
Why not?
Great. All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right. So what I will do is, oh dear, hang on, sorry. Oh, PDFs. Bane of my existence. All right, cool. So I will just, we'll just do these for fun. I'll just read these out, and as soon as I finish, you can just shout the answers out. In these Sonic the Hedgehog games, what type of animal is Tails?
A fox.
Yes, a fox. Which former tennis player hosts the Australian version of ITV game show Tipping Point? He won 16 Grand Slam men's doubles titles during the 1990s and 2000s, partnered by Mark Woodford and Jonas Bjorkman.
Todd Woodbridge.
Todd Woodbridge is correct. The lawnmower, the crop shaver, the chairman, and the weed whacker are hair removal devices made by which male grooming company?
Gillette.
It's not.
No idea.
No.
No.
I'd never heard of them. It's called Manscaped. There you go. Build, as in BILLED, as the search for the United Kingdom's super person, which ITV game show was hosted by Gordon Burns from 1977 to 95?
Krypton Factor.
Krypton Factor is correct, yes. The two-word name of which soft drink is also the title of a 2024 song by Addison Rae?
Diet Pepsi.
It is Diet Pepsi, featuring such shows as The Most Upsetting Guessing Game in the World and So You Want to Win a Penis Pump. Grouse House is a YouTube channel founded by which Australian sketch comedy trio?
Smosh.
It's
No.
Auntie Donna. And the spares, originating in its namesake South Yorkshire town, a Barnsley chop is a cut of meat from which animal?
Lamb or a sheep.
It is lamb or a sheep or mutton or hogget. Yes, any of those. Which British-born American actor was Academy Award nominated for his role as Delta Slim in 2025 Sinners?
Michael Jordan.
It's not. He was.
Lindo.
Sorry?
Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo is correct, yes. Between 1997 and 99, Chris Morris created 3 series of which radio comedy that aired on BBC Radio 1 in the early hours of the morning. In 2000, it was adapted into a Channel 4 sketch show with a shortened title.
Brass Eye.
It's not Brass Eye.
Hmm.
No idea.
No, it was
Don't know.
called Blue Jam, and then it just became Jam. And for our nearest the bull, I will type the question. Well, I'll paste the question in the chat, and then you can message me privately. So start a new chat just with me to tell me your guesses, and then we'll just see who can get the closest answer. How fun. All right, so here's the question. By the end of its current US season, how many more episodes of the spin-off NCIS will have aired than its parents' show JAG, J-A-G? So by the end of its current US season, how many more episodes of the spin-off NCIS will have aired than its parent show JAG? I have answers from Pat and Larry and Jessica. And Nat. Okay. Oh, I have to do some quick maths in my head here. Wasn't anticipating this. So I can tell you that the farthest away was Nat with 800. Then Jessica was second farthest away with 382. Third farthest or second farthest away. Oh, I've said it all wrong now, but it doesn't really matter, does it? It's not like this is going on YouTube or anything. Ha ha ha. Pat, you said 208. You're still the farthest away. Larry, you said 300. The correct answer is 280. Very well done. NCIS has had 507 episodes by the end of this season. JAG had 227. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing. It was an absolute delight to
you.
host you.
Good game.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much
guys.
for reading.
Jessica. It was my
Thanks, Mom.
pleasure.